What's up, everybody? Welcome to Heresy Financial. My name is Joe Brown, and it seems like the cryptocurrency craze has just kicked it up another notch. With Dogecoin, the joke, the ironic cryptocurrency, skyrocketing. It hit 45 cents earlier. Currently, as I speak, it's sitting at 33 cents per coin. Now, that might seem like nothing, especially compared to Bitcoin that's trading 61,000 right now. But just a few months ago, Dogecoin was trading at less than 1 cent. And so it's absolutely exploded recently, with special thanks to meme god Elon Musk. So we're going to take a look at what is the difference between Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and any other cryptocurrency out there, and whether this is worth throwing some of your money at. Ready? Let's dive in. A cryptocurrency is a decentralized currency as opposed to the normal currencies that are fiat, that are issued by governments. Those are centralized currencies. They're controlled by one entity who can allow transactions or can stop transactions. They can increase the supply, they can decrease the supply. So that's like the dollar. These are decentralized currencies, which means that the entire network governs what happens to that currency. Normally, these cryptocurrencies are set up initially with the initial parameters, the initial rules on how that currency will operate, and very rarely do they change unless you're like Ethereum, where you can't get your monetary policy nailed down. But something like Bitcoin from the beginning has never changed, and every time they've tried to change it, they basically just create a new cryptocurrency that says, hey, we're going to be just like Bitcoin, but we're going to be a little bit more efficient, or we're going to be, do a little something a little bit differently. And that's where all the altcoins come from. That's where all the other cryptocurrencies come from. They're basically variations of Bitcoin trying to accomplish slightly different goals or have slightly different strengths and weaknesses. Bitcoin is obviously the most popular, most widely accepted, and largest by market cap cryptocurrency out there, and largely that's due to the way that it was initially established. The market has spoken and said, hey, we like these features, namely security. It's extremely inefficient. It can't process very many transactions because so much of the network has to verify that that transaction is legit that it's not able to be as efficient. But the trade-off there is it's extremely secure. Even with quantum computing, it's arguably impossible to hack. It's also permissionless. There's not a CEO or a company running Bitcoin that you have to go to and get permission to send or receive payments. It's peer-to-peer. There is no ability to just reverse a transaction. If you send somebody Bitcoin, the only way for you to get that Bitcoin back is if they decide to send it back to you on their own terms. Transactions cannot be reversed or stopped. And finally, the supply is limited. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. And right now, the new Bitcoins that are being created are being paid to the miners. Those are the computers that are verifying the transactions going on the network. That's what makes it so secure. And so there's a financial incentive to make sure that that network is secure by verifying those transactions because they're getting paid in Bitcoins. Now, Dogecoin was started as a joke, kind of like an ironic middle finger to all of the other altcoins out there that had started saying, hey, we're going to be Bitcoin, but better. And for over a decade now, that has proved to be false. It's pretty difficult to overcome the network effects plus the security benefits that Bitcoin offers. So Dogecoin, the actual cryptocurrency, the way that it's constructed, is very similar to Bitcoin, and arguably only one main difference that makes all the difference in the world: unlimited supply. There is no feature built into Dogecoin that will cut off the amount of new coins that it is producing and paying to miners who are verifying the transactions on the network. This means that its supply, even though the supply might be increasing at a steady and predictable rate, is completely unlimited. Just in case you're wondering, this very reason is the reason why we have inflation in prices denominated in fiat currencies, because the total supply of fiat currencies continues to grow. If you double the quantity of money, all things being equal, and evenly distribute that money, prices will themselves double. It's just like issuing a stock split. If you issue a stock split, the value of each existing share will be cut in half if you double the number of shares. That means it takes twice the number of shares in order to get your hands on something else of equal value. Same thing with money. If you continually increase the supply of money, the prices denominating in that money will continue to increase. That means the value of that unit of currency continues to go down over time. This is arguably the biggest benefit and the largest advantage and selling point to Bitcoin, is that nobody can cause it to create more than ever will be created, which is 21 million. Even something like gold, which historically has had the best inflation rate of any money, because in order to produce more of it, you actually have to use capital and labor in order to extract it out of the ground and refine it and mint it, the inflation rate has been very small for gold. The built-in limitations mean that the inflation rate on Bitcoin will approach zero. So look, I'm not saying you can't make money with Dogecoin. We've seen far crazier things happen. Yes, the amount that it's already gone up is absolutely crazy, especially considering the fact that the whole idea behind it is just as a joke, a giant middle finger to central banks, to other altcoins, to traditional fiat currencies, to even just financial institutions and the suits. It's a giant FU. And I get it. I love it. It's just not something that I'm willing to risk any money on because the fundamentals aren't there. So that's the quick and dirty on Dogecoin, and that's my opinion on it. It's not financial advice, not trading advice. It's just what I am doing with it, namely nothing. But if you do want to put some money into Bitcoin, I always recommend Swan Bitcoin. And key thing here, they actually only operate in Bitcoin. They're not a cryptocurrency exchange. It's a tool that allows you to dollar cost average into Bitcoin very easily, very securely, and it auto withdraws to a wallet of your choice. Sign up with my link in the description below and you get 10 bucks of Bitcoin free just for signing up. As always, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.